Mabuhay! Good day to all! I am your tutor Madge. Welcome to ETUlay, a free online tutorial, an initiative of the Department of Education, Information and Communications Technology Service, Educational Technology Unit, ICTS EdTech. This program is aimed at helping and assisting learners from kindergarten, senior high school, ALS, Alive, and SPED learners. Aside from answering the modules, the ETUlay is offering programs which you will surely look forward to. Together with our parents and teachers, the ETUlay will bridge the gaps where difficulty and ease meet in learning new knowledge and skills. So, let us prepare our modules, pen and paper. Ready your mind to see and hear worthwhile and interesting lessons. Let us now study and learn, together with our volunteer online tutors. Tara na!
Yes, good morning! Good morning po mga ka-ETUlay. It's Friday once again, so welcome to another session of our ETUlay for today for Java programming. Okay, so this is your tutor Bell from SDO Bataan. So samahan niyo po ako from 11 to 12 noon. Okay, so sa panibago na namang topic natin with regards to Java programming. Okay, so we are now in quarter 4, week 6. So I hope po you're all okay, no? So we are actually crossing yung ating malapit na yung ating closing ng school, no? So quarter 4, week 6. So for today, we're going to discuss formatting output in Java. Yeah. So how are we going to format an output in Java? Okay, so this is for quarter 4 with week 6. No? So at the end of this tutorial, you are expected to round numbers, use the printf method, and use the decimal format class in this formatting of numbers. Yeah, no? So formatting output in Java. We are actually having problems sometimes in how are we going to format our output in Java. Like for example, we want 2 decimal places or 3 decimal places, or we want na mayroong certain format na sinusunod. Like for example, if we're going to take a look the SSS number, so may sarili pong format yan, no? So first 2 numbers and then right after the first 2 numbers, merong dash. And then there are several numbers afterwards. So like for example, 33 dash 5267 100 dash and then 3. So how are you going to format certain numbers in that sequence? No? So that we're going to discuss today in the topic formatting output in Java. Okay. So, like for example, in rounding numbers. So, what are we going to use? What class are we going to use so that we could round off numbers? No? So, sa Java, we have this so-called round class. No? So, we can use the round method that is supplied with Java's math class. No? So, kapag ginamit natin yung package sa math package, so pwede natin gamitin yung round, no? So that we could return the nearest long value. Okay, so this is a sample program. Okay, so the name of my class is format output 1. No, in this case, I have a variable answer. So 2.20 and we want it to become 2.00. So, and then we have another variable which is true or false, kaya boolean, no? So, ang pangalan na ating variable is equal. Is equal to answer equal 0.20. 0. So how are we going to print that one before the conversion? And then yung ating variable na answer, and then yung ating variable na is equal. No? So what if, for example, we want to multiply the variable answer to 100? No? So yung 0.20 from the beginning na naging 2.0, and then napunta siya sa variable na is equal. Kapag equal sila, so mapupunta dito sa variable na is equal. But prior to that, we're going to multiply, for example, answer to 100. So 2.20 multiplied to 100. So ilalagay sa variable na answer. And then yung na-multiply natin sa 100, output of that, ipagpa-plus tayo ng 0.5, for example. And then, yung answer, gagawin na, i-divide natin sa 100. No? And then, ilalagay natin sa variable na is equal, gagawin natin siyang boolean, true or false. So, paano po iyan? So, paano natin siyang i-format? Okay? So, this is an example. So, we will use the print. No? So, the print method. No? So, dito po, after conversion, what will be the output for answer na variable? And then, ano yung laman ng ating variable na is equal, no? So, punta po tayo sa ating uh, IntelliJ. You have to bear with me kasi po I came from a completion day of my advisory class under the Joint Development Voucher Program. So, nagkaroon po ng mini program, and then all of them are actually competent for the Computer System Servicing NC2. Okay, so habang hinihintay po natin yung aking IntelliJ, natin yung aking IntelliJ, run ko lang po. Okay, so the first method na pwede nating i-format yung ating output is using the print method. IntelliJ. Okay, so habang naghihintay po tayo, bumukas yung aking IntelliJ. So this is another sample program that we have. So in this case, I have the variable answer. Ang laman po niya is 2.20. And then I have another variable is equal. So in this case, we will multiply the variable to 100. And then we will round the answer. We will round off natin to the nearest long. Kaya long po yung nandito. No? So, i-divide muna po natin siya sa 100. Ilalagay natin sa variable na answer. So, after conversion, ang magiging laman na ng ating variable is yung nandito na sa ating is equal na variable. Okay, so we will round off the numbers. Wait lang po. Okay, ito na po. Yung aking IntelliJ. So, it's loading now. Okay, so bago po yan, I just want to congratulate my advisory class, the Steve Job class, for a job well done today, for your completion on the Joint Development Voucher Program. It's actually almost 3 months. And then the ending part is yun nga, nag-assessment sa TESDA. And luckily, we are all competent, yung aking mga students. So I would like to to send my congratulations to them. Okay, so it's now loading. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so can you see it? Okay, so run po natin siya. Okay. So ito po yan yung kanina dinidiscuss ko, no? Okay, so unahin natin tong rounding numbers. Okay, so it's compiling now. Okay, so the name of my class is rounding numbers. Okay, so I have my main method. Okay, so dito, in this case, so ang una natin ginagamit is the print. The print method. So, paano tayo makakapag-format using the print method? And then, pwede din natin gamitin yung round. No? So, how are we going to round off numbers using the math class? So, yung ating round, yung gagamitin natin dyan. So, long. So, ibig sabihin, uh, long numbers po iyan. No? So, dahil ang data type natin is long, but we will round it off. So, we will see the output in a while. So, ang first atin na is after conversion. So, it will just print the after conversion. And then, ito yung before conversion muna. And then, yung answer na variable, the content, the value of the answer variable, and the value of the variable is equal. Right after conversion, so iba na rin po yan. So this one is before the conversion and then this one is the after conversion. Still, nagbi-build pa po siya. It's loading. So nakikita niyo po yung status. Ayan po yung status niya. Okay, 2 minutes 51 seconds. Ayan. Medyo matagal nga lang po siyang mag-compile ngayon. Habang hinihintay natin, let's go back to my PowerPoint. Okay, so ito po, yung pinakita ko kanina, is using the printf method. No? So we will be using the printf method to format the numeric values. So, kasi sometimes nga po, ang hirap i-format lalo na ng mga numeric values na yan. So, usually when we are creating our numeric output, we could actually specify a number of decimal places to display. No? So, ang arguments po niyan is first is the format string and then the list of arguments. No? Yung sa format string, this is actually the string of characters, and then yung format specifier, ibig sabihin, this is actually the placeholder for a numeric value that is using the printf. So dun sa format specifier, since this is a placeholder for a numeric value, within a call to the printf, you can include one argument. So this is either a variable or a constant for each format specifier. So when you say format specifier, this is for general and numeric types containing the following elements. No? So pwedeng percent sign. No? So when you say percent sign, this is the start of every format specifier. Okay? So an optional argument index, which is actually an integer indicating the position of the argument in the argument list. The integer is followed by a dollar sign. No? So optional po yung flag, usually to modify the output format. And then the set of valid flags depend on the data type you are formatting. So, optional din po yung precision factor, which is actually the decimal point followed by a number, and typically is used to control the number of decimal places displayed. Okay, so there is another class po to use whenever we want to format numbers. So this is actually using the decimal format class. So decimal format class in Java actually convert numbers into strings. So alam natin na pag numbers, hindi natin basta-basta mapiprint yan or madi-display on screen. No? So, we still have to convert. So using the decimal format class, we could convert numbers into strings. So this is allows you to control the display of the leading and trailing zeros. No? So usually merong mga natitirang zeros dyan either on the left or on the, usually sa left. No? So prefixes and suffixes, grouping, thousand separators, and the decimal separator. So you have to specify the formatting properties of the decimal format with the pattern string. Okay. So in this case, sa pag-decimal format ang ginamit mo when you want to format certain numbers, so meron mga certain symbols na ginagamit. Okay? So, kapag ginamit mo yung pound sign or yung number sign, no, so this represents a digit. No? So, for example, 33. So, sa SS number, 33. So, kung number yon digit, so magiging number sign, number sign. Okay? So, number sign. So, pound sign represents a digit. So, pag period naman, this represent a decimal point. Decimal point, this is right after a whole number. Okay? So, we could also use comma. This represents 1,000 separator. So, for example, 1,500, we want to put comma. So, ang gagamitin na natin doon is comma. Okay, so we can also use 0 to represent the leading and trailing zeros when it replaces the pound sign. Okay, so this is an example. Okay, so I have here the name of the class is number list, no? So I have 0.20, no? So I have an array 0.20, 2.0, 2.00, 2.20, 22.22, 22.20, 222.000, and then I have 222.22. Okay, so in this case, we want to display for x is equal to 0, if x is less than the list length, no? So, print yung value ng x, no? So, ano yung magiging answer dyan? So, later makikita natin. We will have to use, no? So, let's go back. Baka tapos na yung ating kinompile. Ayun, no? So, nag-build up na siya. Ayun. So, this is the output, no? Before conversion, the answer variable, ang laman niya is became 2.2, no? And then, yung ating variable na is equal, dahil this is a boolean, so it become false, no? So, false po siya. Okay, so then after that, yung ating after conversion, so this one, okay? So, dahil ang display lang natin is yung laman ng is equal, it is actually false. So, anong nangyari po dyan? Okay. So, for example, yung answer natin is 2.2.0. So, 2.20 times mo sa 100 and then ni-round off natin, no? After natin ni-round off, nilagay natin siya sa answer na variable, dinivide natin siya sa 100, and then tinignan natin kung yung is equal ay same sa 0.20. So, in this case, it's false because answer is equal to 0.20 and is equal is not 0.20. So that is why it become false. Okay? So dito naman po, so let us see this one. So let us compile this one. Okay, while building, no? So, discuss natin ano to. Okay, so I have the variable answer na ang data type is double. Okay, the name of the class is format output 1. Okay, I have my main method. Okay, so I have another variable called is equal. Okay, and then which is a boolean data type. No, so ibig sabihin this is just true or false. Okay, so I have used the print line or in formatting. Okay, so print answer is plus answer. Okay, so dito yung ating answer is of data type na double, and then yung ating variable na is equal is actually true or false, no? And then right after that, yung ating variable na answer minultiply natin sa 100. So 0.20 times sa 100, and then yung answer doon nag-plus tayo ng 0.5. And then yung answer is actually ginawa natin siyang nilagay natin sa variable na answer, and then di-divide natin into 100. Okay, and then kinompare natin kung yung bang variable na is equal is the same as the variable answer. So is it the same na to 0.20, true or false? Okay, so in this case, the answer is, yeah, no? So it's 2.2 before conversion, and then is equal before conversion is false. Right after conversion is equal is still false. Check tayo. Okay, so yun na po, no? So the system that printf is actually used to format numeric values. So the format string in a printf statement in a string of characters, it includes optional text, which is actually displayed literally, and one or more format specifiers. So when you say format specifier, this is actually the number sign, yung pound sign, the dollar sign, no, period, and then the comma. So we want to specify comma. Okay, so a format specifier in a printf statement is actually a placeholder for a numeric value. So the argument index in that printf statement is actually an integer that indicates the position, no, of an argument in that argument list. No? So another way to format your numbers is using the decimal format class. So this is actually an easy way to convert numbers into string. This allows you to control the display of the leading and the trailing zeros, prefixes, and suffixes. So pwede natin dito mag-group through the separator and the decimal separators. No? So comma and the decimal separator, which is period. Okay? So let's have a quiz. So number one, the system that printf method is used to format numeric values, true or false. Of course, the answer is it's true. No? So ginagamit natin si printf method to format numeric values. Okay, so these are my references. Okay, so sabi nga po ni Alexander John Ellis, rounding to the nearest cent is sufficiently accurate for practical purposes. Yan. No? So, pero bago tayo pumunta dyan, let us go back to IntelliJ. So, kung ano na po ba siya. Yan. So, ito yon, no? So, the output, ito na yung output. So, before conversion, ang laman ng ating variable is 2.2. Ang laman ng ating is equal na variable is false. And then, right after conversion, which is this one, no? So, the answer is 2.2 pa rin, but right after conversion, uh, is equal is false. No? So, yeah. So, ibig sabihin, yung ating answer kanina, dinivide natin sa 100, is not actually equivalent to 0.20, or yung laman nila ay magkaiba because we have compared it using the data type boolean. No? So, nilagay natin siya sa variable na is equal. No? So, that is false. Okay? Okay, so every Friday po yan, no? So, kasama po si Tutor Pau, si Tutor Dine, at ako po ang inyong Tutor Bell, si Tutor Lon ng Computer System Servicing. So, samahan niyo po kami every Friday from 11 to 12 noon. Okay, so for your comments and suggestions, so pakiscan lamang po yung QR code na nakikita nyo on your screen, or pakiclick po yung URL. So this is your Tutor Bell from STO Bataan. So every Friday, 11 to 12 for Java programming. Okay, so thank you very much po. See you again. So my congratulations and felicitation to my advisory class CSS 12 of Pagalanggang National High School for being competent in computer system servicing and C2. Okay? Thank you. Bye!
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETUlay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag #ETUlayLevelUp. Huwag aalis ha, dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan. Dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETUlay!